So I do not believe that you can love the Lord, read your Bible, and call yourself a Christian and vote for Kamala Harris.
Howdy, I love the Lord, I read my Bible, I am a disciple of Christ, not a Christian, because you guys have tainted that name, and I am voting for Kamala Harris.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So people are actually going no contact with family and friends over the election, right? So in few days, TP will be inaugurated as the 47th president of the United States of America, and a lot of people are not having it, okay, because they feel that people voted against their own interest, and including family members, and that's the reason why they have decided to go no contact with them. So let's look at what these creators have to say, then we'll come back and we'll talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section.
Is hating Trump more important than the relationship you have with your friends and family?
Let me help you out. You guys think that we just hate Trump and that if we cut off friends and family who are avid Trump supporters, it's not logical. It's just because we hate Trump. For no reason, we just hate the guy. That we don't have a logical, rational reason that we arrive to that conclusion. And you think that because it's projection. Because you've been programmed to think that everything bad in your life is Democrats. You hate Joe Biden. You hate Kamala Harris. And you blindly defend Trump. Members of my own family post things on Facebook like, I'm voting for Donald J. Trump, and if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out of here. So is their love for Donald Trump enough to cut off friends and family? Yes, it is. So now let me explain our angst with Donald Trump. He hates people. If you're in the LGBTQIA plus community, he hates you, with a special emphasis on trans people. He especially hates trans people. He hates poor people. Every economic policy he's ever passed has always benefited the upper class, with minimal to no benefits to the middle or lower classes. He helps corporations, but not the workers that work in those corporations. Fuck the working class. He hates women. He absolutely hates women. He objectifies them. He wants to take away their reproductive freedoms. He talks down to them. He hates women. He's xenophobic. When he first took office in 2016, Muslim ban. His current platform he's running on, mass deportation, based on a mythical crisis at our southern border, which will only disproportionately disaffect Hispanic Americans and Hispanic people in America. If you're not a Christian nationalist, a white Christian nationalist, Trump hates you. And that kind of hate and vitriol, and plus the doom and gloom that he preaches, we're tired of it. And if you're voting for him, you're voting for that hate and vitriol. And a lot of people don't want that in their lives. Nobody's cutting their friends and family off just because they hate Trump. We just choose to stand in solidarity with our fellow Americans. And rather than cut entire groups of people off and blame all of our problems on them, we choose to come together as humans.
No, because if you are willing to cut off family, friends, anybody in your own personal life whose views don't perfectly align with yours, you're the problem right now. You're the problem right now, and I guarantee that kind of behavior will cause more of a divide in your own life than this election ever will. Okay? Your true colors are showing. I opened up Facebook this morning to so many posts saying, if you voted for this person, I don't care who you are, go ahead and unfriend me. I'm going to let the trash take itself out. Okay, girl. I do not care who you voted for, but I do care how you're treating people who voted differently than you. And that's what it really boils down to. I have close friends in my life who I know voted differently than me. And I'm not unfriending anybody because of the way they voted. But I will be unfriending anybody who is like openly bashing and blocking their own grandma on the Facebook comments. Because that is telling me all I need to know about you as a person.
My parents voted for Trump, and I'm not talking to them right now. My brother voted for Trump, and I'm not talking to him right now. And some of you might think that's extreme, but here's the thing. I mentioned in a video a while back that comfort is the cost for change. It is extremely uncomfortable for me to distance myself from my parents, particularly because they're 82 and 85. My brother, he's living his life. He thinks he's more pure and delightsome than dark and loathsome, so that's its own thing. And if any of my nieces and nephews are watching this, it is what it is, right? 2025 is the year of the crash out for me, so get ready. In any case, I'm not speaking with my parents right now. They called me shortly after my birthday because right after the election. I shared in a family group chat. I said, you know what you did. Don't contact me unless I contact you first. If there's an emergency, contact a sibling. I'm sharing this with you because I see people saying, oh, well, it's going to take time. We have to be nice. You take your time, I'll take my space, right? So I haven't talked to them. They did call me after my birthday. And I how did they call me, you might ask, because I blocked them, right? I didn't block my mother. When I say I'm going to visit family, I'm going home, I usually say, hey, I'm going to visit my mom. My mom has a special place in my heart for many reasons. I could say a million good things about her, but that does not negate the reality of the present situation. Some of you may think so because you grew up in a reality, a world in which the things people have done absolve them from the things they are doing. And that's not the reality I live in. I live in a reality where I accept accountability for the things I do, and I hope to have people in my life who are willing to be accountable as well. Now, on this phone call, what do you call it, fond? I didn't respond much. I was very level, neutral. For the astrology people out there, I'm not really an astrologist, but I'm a Scorpio, if that means anything. Yes, I fall into some of those characterizations. I'm very passionate, and I tend to wear my emotions on my sleeve. People who know me can usually tell where I'm at. And so on this phone call, my father said to me, are you okay? How are you doing? I said, I am not okay. I'm not okay. And I started getting passionate. Why aren't you okay? I said, I cannot believe you voted for that man. I cannot believe you voted for that man. Do you see who he put in for consideration? Are you paying attention? See, when people go down the MAGA pipeline, they leave reality. They leave reality, and yes, my parents are still Mormon, and they're not dumb people. See, MAGA supporters tend to fall into two categories for me: people who are uneducated or uninformed, but people who are educated but deluded, right? In the sense that excusing the behavior of this man is a departure from reality. We can argue policy, we can argue Keynesian economics versus modern monetary theory all day. That's one thing, right? Kamala, compared to Donald, in my opinion, not even close. The shaming of Kamala compared to recognizing verifiable events, things that this man did, is completely diluted. I don't trust her because she speaks differently to black people and white people. I don't trust her because she... Anyhow, so I'm just saying that before y'all keep commenting. Anyhow, so as the phone call keeps going on, I said, I'm not okay. I'm upset. I'm upset because you ruined my kid's future. You ruined the boy's future. You made a choice. My father goes, well, I'm 85, and as I've told you before. I said, because what he was going to do was an appeal to authority based on his age and say how he's lived through this or that. I have a photo of my parents wearing fucking dashikis. My dad smoking a spliff, a joint. They're having a good time, conversation. The energy of that photo, the light, the life is something I never experienced because of Mormonism. Don't tell me that you have experience with this or whatever. You have fallen and slipped down that path of disillusionment. So again, the two camps, right? Uneducated, underinformed, educated, delusion. My parents have always prided themselves, uneducated, on being informed. They stressed education to us. They made sacrifices for us, which I'm forever grateful for. But again, that does not negate the reality of the choice that they made, that they support a man who is willing to get rid of the Department of Education. Whether he's joking or not joking, you elected someone who lied to your face. A known quantity, if you will. Sure, I get that there's some value there. Well, at least we know he's lying. See, anyhow, I'm probably going to make some more videos, but back to the phone call. ADHD. I said, you made a selfish choice. You didn't even care. You didn't care. You did not care. I have to hang up now, is what I said. I have to hang up now. I'm too upset. Boop. Have not talked to them. It's hard. It's hard. I'm not gonna pretend that this is an easy thing, especially when you are the only person in your family who says anything about this stuff, expresses disapproval, draws a line, and says no, enough is enough. And I don't want to hear anything about, well, we live in Utah, we live in a red state, so it would make a difference. It would make a difference if you fucking tried. If everybody tried, it would make a difference. Now, I realize this problem, this issue, this level of delusion that 77 million people or so have supported is an upward hill to climb. Upward hill. That's redundant. But it's daunting to think that we can change these people's minds. But what I'm not going to do is allow people in my life to play without consequence and have access to me and my energy and time and all of that. That might be for you, but it's not for me. It's an isolating and lonely place to be, but here we are. And the next step for me is I'm going to write my parents a letter. Tell them how I feel. Then we can begin the process of building a relationship because, again, no one is telling them. No one is talking to these people because you rather have your pumpkin pie and your glazed ham and the good times and access to the wealth when your folks die.
I will say this over and over again. You cannot tell people how to react when you go against their belief system. You cannot tell people how to react when you go against their own interests. You can't tell them how to react. People telling or going no contact with family is as a result of what has happened. You voting against their interests and showing it in their faces. Some of you just came to social media and said, oh, I just voted for this person. What happened to keeping it to yourself? You're now making them feel some sort of way, making them feel that they don't belong, or making them feel like you're against them, against their rights, against their interests. You just don't care. That's it. So now them saying they're going no contact with you, they don't want you. That doesn't mean they hate you. They just don't want that relationship with somebody who doesn't care about them. And people should not force them to change in any kind of way. You can't tell them how to react. You cannot dictate for a grown-up how to treat someone who does not care about them. They understand all of these things. They know what they want. They know exactly what they want. Okay? Then you should just let them be. Okay? Like I always say, it might take a while for them to come back. They might decide to forgive later on or to let the whole relationship come back, forgetting what has happened. After all, the vote has been, has happened and the person of your interest has been elected. Now, they'll be like, okay, let's just forge ahead. But for now, people are still in their hurting phase. Let them be. Don't try to force them or gaslight them into accepting what you accepted. No, they all have plans. They all know what they wanted. They all know that this person had a better plan for them than the person who you chose. But no, you chose who you chose for another different reason. And nobody is blaming you for that. They're only saying, please, let me be. It doesn't mean if he's a family member. It doesn't matter if he's a family member or is not. They just want to be left alone. Let them be. Let them rest. Okay, give people benefit of that. Let people be themselves. Let them accept the fact that you have done what you have chosen to do, right? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, guys. Let's have that conversation in the comments. Please do well to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.